Oh yeah, Brock loves this time. Alright, gotta remove the silver skin back here. How do you get this stuff off? Nope. There we go. It's hard to get started, but once you do, it just comes right off. This paper towel really helps, otherwise this would be slipping right out of my hands here. Thank you, Internet, for that tip. You're always so handy. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's such a pain to do. No wonder I never did this before. There we go. Just gotta get one started. All right. Woo! All right, now that that's mostly gone, trim off the rest that you see, anything you can. Now I think some folks remove the top ribs up here or down here because they want more even cooking. I don't care, it's ribs. I'll eat it. All right, gloves off. Oh, that's so much easier. Still wash your hands anyway, though. Guess that needs cleaned. Okay, to this, nothing special. Just gonna add a little bit of oil. Rub it in there. Not using any crazy flavors. Cooking for the family. And we don't need any more crazy. A little bit of salt. The oil is just to help the seasoning stick. Some pepper and a little bit of garlic. All right, flip them over, do it again. Do it again. Probably should have kept my gloves on, huh? Nope. Nope. All right, these bad boys are ready to go to the grill. We're set up to really indirect heating. These coals are way pushed over because we got 2 racks of ribs. This is already cleaned and oiled. Watch a different YouTube video on how to do that. You're gonna take some pans, open them up a little bit, and fill them with a little bit of apple juice. Not a whole lot. That was only about 8 ounces. And we're gonna add some hickory wood chips. I did soak these this time. Adding a good healthy chunk in the beginning, just so they can get a big burst of that flavor. Oh yeah, I already smell it. Awesome. All right, back on goes the grill. And on go our ribs. Oh, that's smoky. It's burning my eyes. It burns so good. Just trying to move these away as far as possible. Still allowing some space. All right, on she goes. Notice that's about 1/4 of the way open. So this temperature should drop. You can see this little bit of smoke coming around my lid. It's a Weber, right? It's not 100% leak proof, but that's okay. All right, so we're gonna let that go, check back in an hour, and see where we are. Okay, still got some time to go before the first hour is up here, but I just wanted to show you where we are setup-wise. The bottom vent is totally open, and the top vent, you know, is about 1/4 to 1/8 of the way open. As you can see, our temperature is basically right at 250, whereas about where I want it. All right, it's been a little over an hour. Let's check on our ribs. Oh yeah, it's looking pretty good. Gonna add our mop here. Lightly baste the ribs with this, and this will help just to keep them moist as they continue cooking because they still got a while to go yet. And it's nice to see our temperature was doing well on the grill, right around 250. I might open the vents just a little bit just to heat that grill up just a little more, maybe to about 300 or so. I want to speed this up some, even though you're not supposed to speed this up, huh? But well, it needs to be done in a couple hours. And I'm doing a healthy coating here of this mop. It's very important when you do stuff like this to have a drip pan, or else this is dripping all over your grill. Give these a flip and do the other side too. Oh yeah, those are looking nice. I'm just checking this over here to see how it feels. Definitely still feels hot. And now that we left this open, these should hopefully start igniting again and really bring that fire back to life because we've been stifling it for the past hour and a half here. Those coals are all still pretty good. Not even sure if I need to add more at this point. More mop. And as you can see, hot enough to get a little bit of char. All right, flip these bad boys back over. And notice how since we used indirect that there's nothing burnt over here. Like we did a really good job of pushing all these coals all the way over to one side so there is nothing over top the ribs, which means there ain't nothing burnt. And I'm gonna put a little more on top again just because, well, I got a lot of this mop. And I'm gonna open the vents just a tiny bit just to get it up to maybe, hopefully 300. It is blowing on a little bit. Oh yeah, that's going. So okay, that's it for about another hour. Just let them sit. There goes that truck again. Probably heading out to his first date. All right, so it's been a little under an hour here. I opened up these just a little bit and the temperature rose up. So it's about a little over 300 now, which is where I kind of want it. It was a little lower than 250 before, and I thought that was just a little too low and slow for me. Oh yeah, everything looks pretty good here. All right, and all we're doing is giving it some more of that mop to a thicker coating here. Okay, it's a nice healthy coating there. And we're gonna turn these bad boys over. And as you can see here, the ribs just starting to separate from the bone, which is perfect. And again, I'm doing a nice juicy layer here. So I like it juicy. I'm basically just using about all of the mop here. I think I'm done mopping. All right, and I'm actually gonna leave these face down now, just like this, because they're my ribs and I do what I want. When you do your ribs, you can do what you want. Off we go. Gonna give this about another hour here, maybe a little less. Check on them, sauce them up, eat them up. All right, we've hit just about 3 hours here. You can see the temperature drop down to about 250. Let's take a look here, huh? Look at that. So if you can see here, the ribs are just starting to separate away from the bone. I could leave these on here a little longer to let them separate more, but I think this is good enough for me. It's been about 3 hours. These bad boys are cooked and I am getting hungry. So we're gonna baste these up and get them in. They say patience is a virtue, huh? Guess I could use a little more. All I got here is some barbecue sauce. So all I'm doing here is putting a nice coating of sauce on these boys. Top and bottom. Sure you get your edges. Oh, look at that, a little end there. Oh, that's just delicious. And I'm just going to baste these until I run out of sauce. Hopefully whatever coals are left are gonna help this sauce to adhere. Let's think about ribs, huh? People always tell you, oh, you gotta cook it for 6 hours. And they're absolutely right. And absolutely everyone gives up before then because their ribs look so damn good and they're so damn hungry. Just gonna open this all the way. All right, it's just been a couple minutes here, not very long. All right, look at them. See our drip pan did its job, caught all those drippings. Look at those ribs. Ribs, 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 ribs. All right, let's go eat. All right, so because the internet would hate me if I didn't cut open to these ribs here and take a bite. Take a look at this cross section here. This looks really good. Nice smoke ring right there. Looks pretty juicy. Can you see the juiciness there? What about if I go over here? Can you see it juicy? Is that juicy? Can you see the juiciness? Oh well. They have a little bit of bite to them. They're not fall off the bone tender, but quite honestly, I don't like them that way. You know, for me, I like to keep it simple, and this is a pretty straightforward way to make some really good ribs. All in all, these turned out really good. I'm really happy with these ribs. They tasted delicious. I think if I were to do these again, I might leave the meat side up, or maybe flip them back over. I felt like once I flipped them over, they didn't really cook as much anymore. All right, well, that is backyard ribs on a charcoal grill. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you have a good day.